Stop that. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in the cage, I'ma let out the. Shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run, tell me step out the case. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the.
So I'm standing here with Mr. Peter Haupt. He recently moved garages and he's going to take us through the setup and how the endurance race is working today.
Well, it's a 1 hour endurance race, and you can either do it as a solo rider or you can do it as a team of two. So at this point in time, it's going to be my older son and myself. It's going to be a team of two on my bike. That's the number 27 back over there. And then in the other part of the family racing part is going to be number 26 here, which is my younger son, Brandon. He'll be doing the 1 hour on his own. But there is a compulsory pit stop. So you have to come in after at least 25 to 35 minutes, and you have to do a fuel stop. You've got to get off the bike, fill up the fuel, and then if it's a single rider, you obviously go out again. If you're swapping riders, then the other rider goes out again for the balance of the 1 hour race. It'll probably work out to about 40-45 laps for the entire time period. And that's it. It's a very simple formula. It's fun. It's just it's not really a point scoring event or anything like that. It's just a fun challenge. So yeah, there's some very quick riders on the track and some very slow riders on the track, and there's quite a few guys in between. So there's going to be a lot of overtaking and lapping done, etc., etc. So, but it's hard work. You know, it's 30-odd degrees out there as well. The bikes are going to cook. We're going to cook. So it becomes quite an endurance race.
And does the track temperature and the tire warmers before the race, does that affect with the heat outside? Does that clash with the heat outside?
Yeah, so the tires get up to a certain optimum temperature, which you get close to that under the tire warmers so that they're more grippy, so it makes the rubber a little bit softer, so that when you go out initially, you've already got good grip. You don't have to warm the tires up on the track. But yes, if the track is 35, 40 degrees, maybe 45 degrees, it does make the tires quite a bit hotter. But depending on the type of tire you're running and the compound of the tire, sometimes more heat is better. But obviously, towards the end of the hour, when they start to wear out, you know, everybody's going to go a bit slower because the tires are wearing out and you don't have the grip levels anymore.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much and good luck. And we will be watching you live all over the world, actually.
That's fantastic.
We've got viewers
Nice to
in the
know.
Netherlands, we've got viewers in New Zealand, Australia, the UK. So it's not just a South African stream.
that's
We've
excellent.
gone international and we've got our audience. So exposure.
Well, I'm on the old age side of the coin. So some of the younger riders like Brett, I think, is probably about 21. I'm 60. So that makes a massive difference in age groups as well. So
Do you really think so? Does it affect the speed on the bike? And
it affects the risks you want to take. The older you get, the less you want to fall.
Yeah.
So the fewer risks you're prepared to take, you know. So the slower you go.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
and around corners also.
Everywhere. Top speed, corners, braking later or braking earlier in my case. So, but I can participate, so I'm happy about that, which is great.
Awesome stuff. No, you still look quite young. You still look quite fit. I'm sure you'll do good out there.
Well, let's hope I last.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, we go now to the 1 hour endurance race, the South Motorcycle 1 hour endurance race, which now, of course, had a number of delays today, so it was always a question getting to this particular point of the afternoon. So, this morning a qualifying session occurred. Brandon Haupt took pole position for the 1 hour endurance race. David McFadden will be starting alongside him, and then the Brett Roberts and Kewan Sneyman bike, or what is the Kawasaki ZX 1000, will start in third. So the first two are the Yamaha R1s, Haupt and McFadden, and then the Roberts, Kewan Sneyman Kawasaki. Then we have David Enticott, also a Lone Ranger on the bike, the ZX10R, and then Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq in the on the Kawasaki ZX10R as well. Clint Munton on his own on the Quacker. Then Gavin Lowe and JP Rakapo, I should rather say, also Kawasaki the 10RR. Then the Haupts of Peter Haupt and Bernard Haupt, Yamaha R1M, that's 8th position. 9th position, Garth Livingston. And Garth Livingston on the Ducati 999 is going to share with Wayne Orenser. So Wayne Orenser will be seen out there again as well. He did a great job last time out in the Superbike class. Robin DeVos and Devin Chatton on the Buell 1125R. That will be the 10th place bike. And then Jamie Hall on the Honda CBR 600RR. I know Peter Hill went down earlier on today, so I'll see if there's a bike 60 out there. He's supposed to be sharing with Mitch Robinson, but Peter Hill did go out this morning and in the power sports. Willem Lowe on the Kawasaki ZX6R, that will be 13th position, and Nick Ben will round everything off as well. Like I say, 1 hour endurance race, and we'll watch them as they come around there as well. So sit tight. We are about to get going as far as things are concerned. Well, David Enticott gets into his position of that ZX10R, and well, he's ready and waiting and wanting to go. The 48 machine of Clint Munton, also one of the Quackers as well. David McFadden pulls up into his second position. He'll be a Lone Ranger on the bike, and then the number one of Brett Roberts and Kewan Sneyman will be sharing that bike with him as well. Here comes now the number 26 bike of Brandon Haupt. 68 of Rob Craig, Donovan Lecoq. The one I was going to look out for was the Hills bike, Peter Hill bike, of course, number 60. Let me just take a look out here. Number 61, number 60 is out there. And he, of course, was going to be sharing with Mitch Robinson, but I think Mitch Robinson will most likely be on that bike. So we are going to go now for the start. Watch out for the boards on the right-hand side. The 1 minute board is up. A change of surface flag is being held out, though, for turn one. So we might see some fireworks that side of the way. And away we go for the start of this 1 hour endurance race. And well, now, here we go. It's not going to be always nose-to-tail racing. It's about the consistency over the hour as we do go. It looks like Brandon Haupt has kept the lead of this race for now, ahead of David McFadden. We'll see them as they come around. And into turn two, they'll then run. Like I say, 12 of them all together out there. And then they'll be coming into the pits and swapping riders, some of them as well. Some of them will have to come and refuel and all kinds of things to come into the pits. So it's all about strategy here rather than outright head-on racing. And everything has now just come around into those turn three and then turn four. Onto the back straight, we'll then run. You hear them go down the back straight. I think Brandon Haupt has kept the lead of this race. Looks like David McFadden has done a fastest first sector time on the R1 Yamaha. And this is going to be quite something. They're very close to each other going through turn five. Look at them, nose to tail almost there as well. They'll come across the line under the Mad Max bridge. And it's Brandon Haupt, 2/10 of a second ahead of David McFadden. David McFadden will hold second place. The Brett Roberts Q and Sneyman bike in third still. Rod Craig and Donovan Lecoq machine has come up into fourth position, with Clint Munton going down into fifth position. Then David Enticott has fallen down into sixth position. Gavin Lowe and JP Rakapo is the seventh position. Gavin Lowe, and then of course Peter Haupt and Bernard and Peter Haupt, I should rather say, in the eighth position. Then Robin DeVos, and that's Devon Chatton. They'll run in the ninth position at the moment. Then Garth Livingston, he's sharing with Wayne Orenser. They'll be 10th. Willem Lowe in 11th. Jamie Hall in 12th. The Peter Hill Mitch Robertson bike will be in 13th, and Nick Ben will round off the 14 positions that we have out there as well. But a long race ahead now. Only 2.5 minutes have elapsed. 56.5 minutes left to go of this race. Plenty of laps to be laid down before of this race. The fastest lap though, 15.298, the 69 bike, David McFadden, has solidified that. Only 2/10 of a second between himself and Brendan Haupt, I should rather say. Remember, there's 3 Haupts in this race. There's the 2 brothers, Brendan and Bernard, and then there is the old man himself, Peter Haupt, who we saw last time out back in riding, as it was, on the superbike side of things. So it's great to see father and son actually sharing a ride, a Yamaha. So second of the laps now, still 2/10 of a second between Bernard Haupt, Brendan Haupt, I should rather say, and David McFadden, David McFadden. It was going to be here the last time, didn't unfortunately get to race, but now he is getting to race. And while he's 4.1 seconds ahead of Brett Roberts' Q and Sneyman machine. The first of the Kawasaki's ahead of the Rob Craig and the Donovan Lecoq machine. On the 1 Hour Pro, they'll call them a 1 Hour Pro, is the guys and girls at share bikes, share a bike, and then the single class as well as 1:14.807 for Brandon Haupt. He leads away still 2/10 of a second. It's going to be interesting to see how long these two can stay within 2/10 of each other, and how much the lap times will start going down of this particular race. But Brandon Haupt, he keeps it ahead there of David McFadden, Brett Roberts and Q and Sneyman. They still hang in third, and the leaders actually in the pro class at this time ahead of Craig and Lecoq. And Clint Munson still holds that fifth position. David Enticott, one of them, the other Kawasaki's, will hold that sixth. And then the last, well, not the last of this group of Kawasaki's, Gavin Lowe and Rakapo, will be in that seventh position. Won't be talking the entire time. We'll leave you to see the positions, and we'll give you updates as the race goes on. David McFadden will watch out for him to see if he can keep that gap constant between himself and Haupt. Lecoq looks like he could be on the bike at the moment. With Munson and Enticott, but Sneyman looks like he's on the bike instead of Roberts. We'll watch them as to see if anything changes between the two of them. But what happens is Ben will round off the field. Mitch Robinson on the bike. I think it will be basically a single class. The single class, and that will be Mitch Robinson, with who was going to share with Peter Hill, but Peter Hill had a mighty fall earlier on as well in the qualifying session. Jamie Hall's Honda still 12th position, and Willem Lowe will be hanging on to that 11th position at this time. And probably we'll just try and give you some updates every 10 minutes or so, as Brandon Haupt still holds on to the fastest lap time. And well, that is a 1:14.183 by the magnificent campaigner. And look at him, he's going quickly again as well. First sector 26.9, second sector 22.5 on the Yamaha. And what happens is he's motoring it out there. He could get himself a faster lap time even as well. Yeah, we'll watch them as they come around though. ahead of David McFadden. He opened up a gap of 2.379 seconds between him and McFlash. He comes across the line. He won't. Will he extend his advantage? He actually got himself a nice bit there, but I don't think he will extend the advantage. It's still a 183, a 14.183. And while we still now 6.5 minutes gone of this first, this 1 hour endurance race, it's a single class man that leads at the moment. It helped McFadden with the second place man still. Robertson Snyman in third, leaders of the pro class. Craig and Lecoq in fourth, Munson in fifth, Lowe and Rakapo in sixth, Enticott in seventh, and then it's helped and the helped crew, the duo in eighth position. Robin DeVos, we wait for them to come across the line now as well with Devon Chatton. That is the ninth place bike with Garth Livingston and Aronsa on the bike on the Ducati. They'll come through in 10th position. Willem Lowe and then the Peter Hill, Mitch Robertson bike 11th and 12th respectively. Jamie Hall will come through in 13th, and a man who's already been lapped now, it is Nick Ben that is now on the Suzuki GSXR 1000. Very brave to go out there and going campaign. But they'll run now quite nicely across the line here as well. And that is first section of the race now. We've had 6 laps, almost the distance of a sprint race, as a matter of fact. They're currently now on lap 7. And I'm just waiting to see if there's any more time. It is actually a fastest lap there by Brandon Haupt, 1:14.32, and he's opened up the gap more from David McFadden. But I think what happens is when they start to stop and when they start to have the strategy come in, that's going to be the interesting thing to watch here between them. It's not going to be open the throttle and just get out of here type of race. I think what happens is you've got to keep your head in the game. And that's the secret, I feel, as far as endurance racing is concerned. But anyway, we're going to take this first 10 minutes. We'll come and update you as we come along in the next 10 minutes' time. Well, just coming back online as well, I do notice that David McFadden has fallen right to the bottom of the target sheet. So I don't know if he's coming to the pits area just for a stop, or it's not going to be continuing in this race. Looks like it. He's completed 9 laps. I think he's out of the race, unfortunately, is David McFadden. Only 13 will be left in. That means that the Brett Roberts Ewan's name on bike will move up into second position, albeit 22.7 seconds off of Brandon Haupt's leading machine. Brandon Haupt got a 13.503 earlier on, 1 minute 13.503 as his fastest lap time. So it's unfortunate that David McFadden has now fallen out of the race. But Jamie Hall goes up into 11th position, and 12th position is Willem Lowe. Will come up into the, will go down into the 12th position, I should rather say. Nick Ben will still hang out there in 13th position. But anyway, going now after Haupt and the Brett Roberts Q name on bike, Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq will be in the 3rd position. Gavin Lowe and JB Rackett will be the 4th placed runners, entrants. And David Enticott will be hanging out there in the 5th position, with Peter and Bernard Haupt in 6th position. Clint Munton looks like he's been lapped already as well. 1 lap down, and Robin DeVos and Devin Chapman will follow suit as well. There is the Peter Hill Mitch Robinson bike in 10th position. Waiting now for Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq. They come through, 14 laps completed for the top 3 runners, top 4 runners. I think we go all the way down to the Haupts, Peter and Bernard, and they're all still on the lead lap of this race. It's only now that Clint Munton, Robin DeVos and Devin Chatton, Garth Livingston and Wayne Norris will all be 12 now, coming up for 13 laps completed. And then the Mo Robertson Hill bike in 10th position then, as coming up now for the first 20 minutes, having elapsed of this 1 hour endurance race. Haupt goes quite across the line once again. And then we wait quite a while. He's doing some more modest lap times now as Brandon Haupt, 1:15.239 on the R1. And then we wait. It was a 22.7 between himself and the Robert Sneyman bike. I would think it could have maybe just grown a little bit. They was basically coming closer to the air lap times now, 24.8. Just to look at who's the closest on the field at the moment, I think if you look, I'll check him out now, because the last time David Enticott was quite close to Lowe and Rakapo. Garth Livingston crossed the line now. That is 8th position. Coming out, Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq crossing the line now. They are 5 seconds off of the Robert Sneyman bike. So it just shows you they've lost some ground there as well. But 3rd place overall out of 13. Not too bad if you ask me. All right, Lowe and Rakapo, that's 40 seconds gap they have. But David Enticott is right in there as well. David Enticott currently 0.2 of a second off of Gavin Lowe and JB Rakapo. So David Enticott, I think, is one of the men to watch at the moment over there to knock on the door of the top 4 in this particular race. He has got a considerable gap between himself and the Haupts. It's, of course, 7.4 seconds. We wait now still for Robin DeVos and Chatton to cross the line and start another lap for themselves over here as well. And, well, there'll be a lap down for them, I have to say, as Brandon Haupt crosses the line once again. 16 laps down, 25 seconds ahead of the number 1 bike. So Yamaha leads the way from the Kawasaki's. And 4 Kawasaki's after each other. And then the Yamaha of the 2 Haupts over there as well. So the top 6 have all completed. Well, they now starting to, I think what happens is Brandon Haupt actually lapped the Peter and Bernard Haupt bike. So I think it's the top 5 that might still be on the lead lap of this race, with the Haupts now going a lap down to 15 laps. I think low. Unfortunately, looks like Clint Munton has also stopped. Well, Clint Munton has also stopped, looks like it then. The 13th place man, there's the red square alongside his name, which usually means no longer in the race, and that means only 12 will be left. I don't see any stoppers at the moment. So it doesn't look like anybody's stopping, because there will be some bikes being swapped with the two-rider machines. But we'll keep you updated on those when we get any word. So what happens, as I say, coming up for just over 36 minutes left to go. 86 bike is in the pits now, and there will be some probably some fuel taken on over there as well. I'll have to see, because Nick Ben and David McFadden are both out of the race. Willem Lowe in the pits at the moment. Clint Munton will then chase down and see, probably take that 11th place right away from Willem Lowe, and Lowe will drop down into 12th position. Jamie Hall still out there in the Honda CBR 600RR in 10th position. But Brandon Haupt still soldiers away at it. And that now, of course, is Robin de Vos coming up now as well to start another lap as well. I think Peter and Bernard Haupt, I think, came into the pits. We'll see who will be taking over from who and everything as well. I think they're going to be, Peter and Bernard Haupt were 7th position, or they were 6th position. Now they're going to fall down slightly after stopping. See some bikes coming into the pits here as well. '26 machine. There we go. That is, of course, Brendan Haupt. Brendan Haupt comes through and will go right back out onto the circuit once again as well. So quick splash and dash there for him, and he will then lose out, and that means Brett Roberts and Kewan Snyman will take the lead of this race. They will also lead the pro class, but the single class will still be led by Brandon Haupt. David Enticott in 3rd position at the moment. Remember, he will still have to stop as well at a particular point, whilst Craig and Lecoq will be 4th, and they, I think, are stopping at the moment right now as we speak. See a blue dot next to the name over there as well. Nick Ben could be back in this race, looks like it as well, with Willem Lowe having the red square alongside him. And that is always not a good thing to see. The difference 6 laps just shows you Nick Ben back out on the circuit. I see coming right past our position over here now as well. I think it was Nick Ben. But it is now 31 minutes gone, almost 32 minutes gone, and it will be 27 minutes left to go in this race. The 1 hour endurance. Roberts and Snyman cross the line. The gap between themselves, David Enticott has gone up into the 2nd position the last time around. So it means that Brandon Haupt has fallen down into 3rd position. Well, once again, I think that was the number 80 bike in the pits. The number 60, I should rather say, that's the Hill and Robertson bike. The number 44 of Lowe and Rakapo also in the pits at the moment, but I think they're going to be leaving the pits now, and that will be they'll be currently in the 5th position, sorry, Gavin Lowe and Rakapo. And there's Clint Munton coming past our position right now. David Enticott, very well in green. I think that could be the number 60 bike going back out on the circuit at the moment. Of course, Peter Hill and Mitch Robertson. Clint Munton still campaigning out there. He's a few laps down. Yeah, Peter Haupt and Bernard Haupt, they are currently in 7th position. So this is the how it looks at the moment. It's Roberts and Snyman. They lead the race on the Kawasaki 10. This is the Kawasaki ZX 1000. David Enticott holds 2nd at the moment on the 78 machine Kawasaki. Brandon Haupt will be 3rd position on the R1. Then Craig and Lecoq, Donovan Lecoq, will be in 4th position. They will be 2nd in class in the pro class, with Gavin Lowe and JB Rakapo 3rd in class, but 5th overall on their Kawasaki. Jamie Hall up in the 6th position, albeit 4 laps back in that 6th position. Then the Haupt, Bernard and Peter, they'll be 7th, 4th in class, and that will be on the R1M. And then we have Robin de Vos and Devon Chatton. They will be in 8th position on the Buell 125. The Hill Robertson bike will be, they're in the pits at the moment, so that's currently 9th. You could say Robin de Vos also in the pits at this time as well. But like I say, 24 and a half minutes left to go in this race. We'll keep you updated shortly. Enjoy the sounds. 15 minutes to go in the South Motorcycle 1 hour endurance race. Brandon Haupt has completed 31 laps with a best time of 1:13.503. He leads the Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq machine. I'll see the time that he has over them right now, but it's quite a distance. He did his stop earlier on. And we wait for the Craig Lecoq machine to come through. Well, there comes Robin DeFoss. He comes through a lap down with Devon Chatton. They are currently 8th position ahead of, I see Brett Roberts and Ewan Snyman having fallen down the field as well. But it's 33 seconds between Brandon Haupt and the Craig Lecoq Kawasaki. Then it's the Peter and Bernard Haupt in 3rd position at the moment. They on the Yamaha R1M. They're 2nd in class though, the pro class. They are currently 2nd, and they have yet to cross the line now as well. I think they have just done so, and I think they are actually a lap down on the Haupt and Craig machines. And those are the only two on the lead lap at the moment. Peter Haupt, Bernard, they are, like I say, 3rd in class. They're 2 laps down at the moment with David Enticott, who is doing quite nicely. He's in 4th position, 31 laps completed. And then Gavin Lowe and JB Rakapo in the 5th position in this race. Garth Livingston with the Wayne Orange, he will be, they will be in 6th position at the moment as well. They're 4 laps down on the front with the Peter Hill, Mitch Robinson machine. That's also 4 laps down. 7th position. Robin DeFoss just comes through right now to complete lap 29 of theirs. Remember, the leaders have done 33 racing laps. Brett Roberts and Kewan Snyman looks like they have stopped somewhere or in the pits maybe. They are 6 laps down at the moment. And Jamie Hall is in 10th. Clint Munton is in 11th. 12th will be Nick Ben. And Willem Lowe will be in 13th position. David McFadden's name was out there. He completed 9 laps, and now, of course, he's no longer in the race. He was on lap 9, lap 10. He pulled out on the Yamaha R1. Like I say, 12 minutes left to go in this race. Brandon Haupt holding it at the front. It was 33 seconds between himself and the Craig Lecoq bike. But the only 2 on the lead lap at this time. The lap times have calmed down a little bit, doing the, just average 1:15. The 1:15s they now 1:15.2 was his last lap time. And there comes Peter and Bernard Haupt across the line now. They have their time of 1:15.715 over the last lap on that Yamaha. Here comes the Craig Lecoq bike. Like I say, 36 seconds between himself and Haupt. Haupt has just got to keep everything easy, keep everything on the black stuff, and I think he'll be very happy, as David Enticott as well. So what happens is the pro class, 3rd in pro class, the 5th place rider combination, the Lowe and Rakapo, they are 3rd in the pro class, but the singles, now 3rd in the singles class is actually Jamie Hall. Jamie Hall is 3rd in the singles class ahead of Clint Munton. And the Roberts Snyman bike has fallen down to 11th position. 7 laps of the leaders. I don't even know if they are actually still in the race at this time. But we'll find out, of course, at the end of the race how everybody finishes in this particular 1 hour endurance to end off the race day. We didn't have the second of the classic car races, so I would like to actually see what's going to happen after this particular race. It's now 5:15 in the afternoon, and we have to get done by 6 o'clock this evening. So just enjoy the last 10 minutes or so, probably about 5 minutes from the end. We'll come back on and talk you through the ending of this particular 1 hour endurance race, which should come around about, you could say, 26 minutes past the hour of 5 o'clock. 5 minutes left to go of the 1 hour endurance race, the South Motorcycle 1 hour endurance race. And Brandon Haupt leads it 39 laps. He has completed, and it's ahead of Donovan Lecoq and Rob Craig, 44 seconds to be around about there. And well, that's of course he leads the single class and overall, but Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq, they are second and lead the pro class. Ahead of Peter Haupt and Bernard Haupt. Remember though, they are 2 laps off the leader. Brandon Haupt is the only man at the moment that is registered on the lead lap, but I think Rob Craig will join. I think is the only 2 bikes on the lead lap. 40 laps completed by Brandon Haupt. Then the Haupts, of course, in 3rd position, only 39 laps they have completed in this race. And then David Endicott in 4th position, 78 bike. Has not crossed the line yet. Yeah, no, Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq still on the lead lap at the moment. 44.8 seconds off of Brandon Haupt. Doesn't have to do anything heroic at the moment now. And then Haupt, Bernard and Peter are 1 lap down. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. David Endicott's also a lap down on the same lap as the Haupt. He's 28.492 seconds back though. That's the problem. The Peter Hill and Mitch Robinson bike, they have completed 36 laps. And about 5 laps down over there as well. But Brandon Haupt has just crossed the line now. 3.5 minutes, less than 3.5 minutes left to go in this race. Well, watch out then for the flags and everything. He's basically been in a class of his own this entire race. I'll tell you that much. With 3 minutes left to go, 41 laps done. He'll basically get another 2 and a bit laps in here. Now it'll be interesting to see if it's 59. It's 60 minutes in 1 lap. I saw on the screens earlier on 59 minutes instead of 60. So I don't know how they're running it, if they're going to do 59 minutes and 1 lap. Watch out for the checkered flag a little bit later on now as well, in 2.5 minutes time. There comes Endicott across the line. And he's got a few bikes there with him. They're all on different laps, though. That's the problem. So Peter Hill, Mitch Robinson's bike is 3.4 seconds off. So here's a bit of a now or never thing. So what happens is, I don't think he's close enough to make any sort of a move or anything like it. 3.4 seconds seems closer than it really is. It's not that close, actually. But it's still within proximity. So he watches out if anything happens to Peter Hill's bike, or Mitch Robinson is rather actually going to be riding that bike, then anything can happen, but still, it's not like it's a few tenths. And, well, we look now as we go across the line. It's the Haupts once again. 1 minute and 44 seconds left to go in this 1 hour endurance race. And then we'll watch out to see when the checkered flag will be readied over here as well. I hope they don't forget to wave the checkered flag. That'll be quite interesting. But 57.5 minutes have elapsed of this race. So it is basically a 59-minute race. And what happens is probably the one last lap that they'll do to the checkered flag. And, well, basically, if you are Brandon Haupt, you may as well end it now, because he's got 48 seconds ahead of Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq, the leaders in the pro class. But Brandon Haupt, class of his own as always, with the last minute now left to go. I think they're going to do this minute, and then there's going to be another lap to go. So the flagmen will be watching downstairs. Clint Munton comes across the line. He's still in the race. Talking about 7 laps down of the leader, Brandon Haupt. He just crossed the lap. 43 laps completed. He should do about 45 laps here, probably. By the looks of things, 30 seconds left to go of the actual time of the race. Checkered flag is out. And we wait now for Brandon Haupt, I should rather say, not Brendan. Brandon Haupt to come to the line and take a very famous and very good victory here at the Killarney International Raceway today, and a great bike race always as well. We always have some great bike races here at Malawi, but the man waits with the checkered flag, and we'll see when the Kawasaki will come around. Sorry, the Yamaha R1 will come around to take the victory in this race. Very hot it has been today. A bit windy at times as well. Quite a bit of wind actually. You can see that can always play a huge factor in races like this. I see there's the flag is being readied now. One lap to go, so it is 59 minutes and one lap. It will be. We always wonder how the endurance rather should actually be run, but this is the way they've done it today. And I think we'll just get to 45 laps in all. And the flag has been readied. Haupt wins. Famous victory over there. About 48 seconds later, we'll see the Rob Craig and Donovan Lecoq machine. Mitch Robinson comes across the line. He would have been riding with Peter Hill. Not today, unfortunately, but he holds the team's head up high and gets 6th position. And he will actually be 4th in class, as a matter of fact. Well, if he still counts as the pro class, because he is a single rider on there. Garth Livingston and the Wayne Orange Ducati will be 7th position, 5th in class. And Robin DeVos and Devon Chatton will be 8th. They finish off there as well. Jamie Hall, they'll finish a few laps down, of course. So Jamie Hall will finish 9th, and 10th will be Munton, Clint Munton, waiting for the likes of, I know, Willem Lowe. Nick Ben was out of the race. Brett Roberts and Kewan Snyman, unfortunately, up at the sharp end of the field earlier on, out of the race. And the 69 machine, whether or not it is a David McFadden entry, we don't know. But he did not complete more than the 9 laps. But I see in Haupt wins, Craig and Lecoq 2nd. 3rd, Peter Haupt and Bernard Haupt. 4th, David Enticott. Gavin Lowe and JB Rakapo in 5th position. Then Mitch Robinson will be 6th. 7th is Livingston and Aronser. Robin DeVos and Devon Chatton will be 8th. Jamie Hall 9th. 10th, Clint Munton. Willem Lowe in 11th. And 12th would be Nick Ben. And that is the 1 hour endurance race, the first endurance race of the season for the South Motorcycles.
It's hot out there. Seriously hot out there.
Would you say that the second part of the race now is more tougher than when you
Yes.
started?
Yes, because now the guys are on pretty used tires.
Yeah.
The wind has picked up, so it's pushing people around a little bit, especially coming through some of the turns. It's hard work just to hold on to the bike, and the more tired you get, the more difficult it becomes to hold on, you know.
And are
So-
you aware of any of your times that you did, your fastest lap time?
No idea. There is oil everywhere, so everybody's lap times is gone. You're not chasing lap times now. There's two things you got to chase now. Don't crash on the oil, and finish the race.
Yeah.
That's it.
Definitely.
That's it. So the oil is really bad, but it is what it is. That's racing, you know. They've done the best they can. Marshals always do a great job, and it's okay. You just got to change where you're riding, which means you're going on much slower lines. You know, you're not as quick as what
Not
you would.
inside on the corners.
Nah, two or three corners, it's bad. So turn 2, you're going very wide. Turn 5, very wide. Turn 1, you've got to stick to the inside. You can't even drift out because there's oil coming out of turn 1. So it's 3 corners out of the 5 that we have that are trashed.
Yeah.
So-
Kink looking good.
Kink's fine. Both ones are fine. That side and this side is fine. 100%.
Cool. Thank you so much, and
Pleasure.
I can see you are hot and bothered. Going.
Something to drink, take my leathers off and shout for my son now. Both sons.
Awesome.
Now I've got 2 sons on the track.
Cool. So, Mr. David McFadden, what happened?
Yeah, unfortunately the bike, we were planning to do the race solo and just try ride for an hour and just enjoy it. But unfortunately the bike's gone in some limb mode and won't rev out, so I couldn't finish the race, but I suppose things like that happen, it's racing, eh?
So how many laps did you manage to do?
I don't even think, I think I did 5 or 6, eh? So it's quite shitty, but I suppose it is what it is. So we just wanted to use it for some extra riding before our national, so I'd rather have problems now and figure it all out. And, you know, we have a national year in March, so that's our priority.
Exactly, and what do you think? What are your expectations for Power Series this year? Because last year you did exceptionally well.
Yeah, I'll try to do the races I can. I need to focus on, you know, I look after my team and running all my guys that I have. So I'll do the races I can and I'll try to win the ones I can. But my priority is to focus on the youngsters, get them through and like, you know, have the guys who ride under me doing well at the end of the day. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, and sorry about that.
Okay, I've chosen my partner wisely, I hope. Wayne, he's been here for like 25 years. He's a consistent rider, I'm consistent, so we want to just do a good placing, but keep it safe. That's all.
And you driving the second half of the race, I've heard.
Yes, the second half. I don't know why, because it's the hottest time of the day, but that's what I'm doing.
And then, quick random question: do you have any superstitions about before you race?
Just stay calm and really nothing else. I sort of follow a routine. I have my breakfast, I have a little sleep in the back. Couple of things I get, but no superstitions at all.
Well, that's cool, because a little birdie told me that some people put on their left glove first, or...
No such thing.
Okay, cool. And have you had any in your biker experience, lifetime? Had any crashes, falls? Do you have any metal in you?
It's a funny thing that how many people ask motorcyclists that question, and I don't know why. Okay, we're not gladiators, we just come here to ride and have fun.
First session, obviously riding the endurance is a little bit more about being comfortable and setting a consistent pace, making as little mistakes as possible.
Is that mainly in the first part of the race, or would you say that the first part sets up for the second part of the race?
Yeah, it's the whole thing basically. Yeah, you got to be consistent from the get-go and keep yourself in a rhythm, make as little mistakes as possible. Yeah, I mean.
Are you happy with your performance in before swapping drivers?
Yes, yeah, no, I was happy. Could stay with Q in a little bit, which it's an achievement for me. I haven't been in the saddle that much this year, so I was stoked to just be riding there with him, you know.
And we're looking forward to seeing you race again in the Power Series.
Yes, no, I'm looking forward to that. This is a good setup for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is endurance, whereas that is speed.
Yes, yeah, the sprint races are completely different. Got to go as fast as you can from the get-go and keep it consistent.
Okay, well, cool. Thank you so much, Rob.
Yeah, thank you.
And have a good season.
Thank you very much. Ciao, guys.
He's the faster one.
I
Talk to
know,
him.
but still, you guys are a family and you managed to place first and third place.
You know, luckily,
How was it?
a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work, unfortunately, but you know, blessed to be doing this. Yeah, no, just such a good time. Maybe lost a little bit of grip towards the end, but
also the oil spills on the track also threw you out a little bit.
it was a bit distracting for the first couple of laps, but you can run around it, which was quite nice as well. So it didn't really affect us too much, but it is quite an eyesore at the same time, kind of, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you and well done.
Thank you very much.
He can't feel me. Can I get a quick word with you?
No problem.
How was that race?
That was a lot of fun. That was honestly a lot of fun, yeah. Literally,
Rob Craig was also at a point just fighting for first place.
yeah, it was myself and David McFadden, yeah.
Dropped out.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like his bike, something happened with his bike. But I mean, him and I, we've always had awesome battles. So it was actually a race I was looking forward to. And he entered this morning, I think. So he wasn't even an entry for the race. So it was a nice surprise.
Yeah, no, we spoke to him earlier and he said his bike didn't want to change gears and then he just dropped out and he said he'll rather prepare for nationals than
Yeah.
go for this. And did you have fun?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you so much and well done for placing first.
Thank you.